We've been doing a little mini series on knives, and today is part 3, the finale, and we're going to talk about knife selection. I get asked this question, these kinds of questions a lot. So first of all, should you buy a set? I say no. Sets are kind of a waste of money because really the two knives that you're going to end up using 90% of the time will be a chef's knife and a little paring knife. So what is a chef's knife? Well, a chef's knife is a knife that allows you to cut on a board, and the handle is high enough that when you grab it, there's clearance and your knuckles don't contact the board. So any of these knives fit that category. My knuckles are not touching the board when I cut. So these are all chef's knives. And you notice I've got 3 of them because I use them, a lot. So the other knife that I recommend and that I use all the time are paring knives. Just a little paring knife. And I have a lot of these because I use them a lot. So, a couple of them have serrated edges, which I think are really, really cool. If you're slicing tomatoes or something that's kind of soft that needs that grab from the edge. But so anyhow, and you notice when I'm inserting them in my block that they're upside down. Technically, the spine is on the bottom. And anyway, the other knife I have, that's not even part of the set, and those weren't part of the set, as you can tell, obviously, because they're all different colors. The other knife I like to have is a serrated knife. This is actually the most dangerous knife in the kitchen. I'm embarrassed to tell you how many times I've cut myself using a serrated knife, but it really does have its a purpose, especially if you are cutting breads or yeast products or something like that, cakes. It does come in handy. But 90% of the time, you're going to be using a chef's knife. And in selecting one, do you have to spend a lot of money? You do not. What is more important to me is the weight and how the handle feels in your hand. So when you are at the store trying to decide what knives to get, take it out and just play with it. Does the handle feel in balance with the blade? Does it feel good in your hand? That is really key. Wow, this one's even heavier. I love this. But I like the weight of a heavy, solid, handle. So find a knife that fits your budget and try to make sure that it feels good in your hand, and that, once again, if it's a chef's knife, your fingers should be clearing. Any other knife you really don't need. And what was the other thing? So we have the weightedness of the handle also, making sure, because that helps you in balance and cutting. So I hope that helps a little bit. And a little paring knife, just get one that's the right size for you, and I think you'll be good to go, and you don't have to mess with a set. You'll just have a lot of knives that you just sit here for decoration and that won't get a lot of use. So consider what we've said. Maybe next time you're at the store, think about that as you're selecting knives, and just go for it. Don't worry too much about cost, but just find something that feels right to you.